Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 60193. This is the Arctic Air Transport containing 277 pieces, retailing for $39.99 in the United States, with 2 minifigures and a saber-toothed tiger. And this is just one of the Arctic sets, you know. They've done Arctic before, it's not anything new or special. However, this is one of the few quadcopter kind of designs that I can think of that they've done in recent memory. Plus, this wave of Arctic stuff was a little bit more interesting to me personally, just because of some of these prehistoric animal pieces, which again you can see there. And here's what the back of the box looks like. Nothing crazy special. It's kind of a large box. Definitely makes sense for a $40 set, and especially just the thickness is there because probably of all of the large pieces. And as a lot of city sets of late do, this includes an ATV, and these are honestly really not interesting to me at all because there are just so many of them and they're all like the same. This one has some larger tires than your standard one, and they're a little bit different, so I guess that's a difference. We have this printed 2x2 curved slope, which is the Arctic Explorers logo, and this is the same thing that they sticker 5 times. There are 5 of these as stickers in the set, and they go on different pieces. That's why they aren't printed. But this one's a little bit different because it's printed and the white isn't opaque as the stickers are, which is a little bit unfortunate. So, minor complaint there. The figure can sit in there pretty nicely, and you know, just as a steering wheel. This area is a little bit weird looking. I don't know if I like this shaping there, but he does get some cool accessories that clip onto the back, including a circular saw and 2 ice picks. But other than that, it's just a really small ATV, and it drives around, and I guess it's a good way to carry around a couple of accessories. And here's a little bit of terrain that is being explored in this. We'll talk about why this is here later after we look at the helicopter, but this is a really simple build. It's got some of these panels which are nice to get in this light blue color, as well as this ice piece here, and you can see straight through and see the saber-toothed tiger in there. This area in the back is open, which is important for this feature here. Note also that these areas are open. It kind of doesn't look super open, depending on the angle. Like from this angle, it doesn't look like that's open, but it is. And you have just a little bit of ice around, but basically you can push on the saber-toothed tiger, and it'll knock that open. So maybe the saber-toothed tiger came to life, and now it's everywhere. And you know, the inside is just tiled very simply to make that possible. And there's a little bit of a stop in there with the other slope, so you can't really push this backwards all the way. Not that you'd be able to anyway, because his head is wider than the 2x2 gap. But just looking at the saber-toothed tiger, it has the same kind of articulation as all the big cats that were first, like the body mold for these big cats was first introduced in the jungle exploration sub-theme. And they use it for like a tiger and a panther and a leopard or something like that. But you know, they can move their hind legs and kind of rear up a little, and you can also turn the head so you can kind of get that shape, or you can get any of those positions there. The printing on here is really good, and I like the new. They come pre-assembled, but the new head mold for the saber-tooth here looks pretty good, and I like the fangs. Well produced. Those are dual molded, I think, because they get a really good finish on the teeth there. But the eyes and other printing looks good. It's a really nice piece to get in this set. Sort of makes me wish I'd gotten the tiger and the panther. And here's the quadcopter style helicopter, and it looks pretty decent. It's a good size actually. It's pretty much. It might be larger than on the box even, and I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it is. It looks pretty good. It uses one of the standard airplane front pieces, but it has these nice stickers in here that continue the whole striping throughout, like the sticker in the back as well. And if you apply these properly, it comes out really good. This is also a sticker right up here, and that one's relatively easy to position actually compared to what I was expecting. And then the only other 2 stickers, besides the mirrors of these on the other side, are these logos up here. I hate putting these logos on both sides of these fin pieces. It's my least favorite kind of sticker, but you know, it was doable. Not perfectly, but I got it done. And you have these propellers, which all just spin. There are 4 of them. The ones in the back are raised up a little, so you aren't going to get any interference there. That works fine. Yeah, I mean, we've got these landing gear here, which can be angled up and down, so you can kind of get onto a little bit of a rougher surface, and the front landing gear can be turned side to side. As far as interior detail and functionality, this is the only thing that can be removed, and you just have a seat in there for one figure, and you know, if your other pilot removed, it looks very empty. You can see the little mechanism for the winch, which we'll look at in just a second, but we do also have one little printed console piece, and yeah, that's how simple it is. It looks good, but this whole back area is really just wasted space. There is, though, this little winch here, which you just turn the gear on the top, and that'll let down the winch, and if you turn it the other direction, it'll pull it back up. But this can be used to hook onto this block of ice, and I realized I did not reload the saber-tooth tiger in there, but the point is, you know, you'd have your saber-tooth tiger, and you'd lift it up, and you take your whole plane and fly it away, or you'd just drop it because you're too close to the ground, but you wouldn't have been able to see the plane if I just threw it away. And just one other thing about the plane, I like the look from a top view, but just from this back view here, it just looks a little weird, especially this section right up in here. I don't know how they could have made that better, because I like the angles of these wings here. Yeah, I don't know how they could have improved that, but it's just a little bit weird. And then, you know, just a couple angles from the back. It looks pretty good from most angles, I think. And I do like the 4 rotor design. There are 2 figures included, and both of them feature relatively uncommon prints, which each only appear in one other set. And actually, like, both of these figures are straight up completely repeated in the other set that they appear in. So this one here also appears in the $80 Arctic Supply plane, and this one also appears in the $120 set with the woolly mammoth. But other than that, this is the only way to get them. And their legs are actually shared between the 2, and those appear on a bunch of other figures from the Arctic sub-theme, but it is the torsos and this guy's face and this helmet in this medium azure color that are the uncommon parts here. I like this face a lot. This is really cool to get. It almost looks like the eyes are possibly shifted that way on my copy, at least. Just a slight bit, like maybe the black printing was done a little bit slightly off. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. My eyes might be playing tricks on me. But the torsos on both of them are pretty good. The dark orange is not as dark on this as maybe you would have liked, but it's not too distracting, and it doesn't bother me anything like the things being too ghostly pale in color do. And they both have some good back printing on the torso. I like this guy's hood being printed on there, and he does get this helmet in this medium azure color as well, or dark azure actually, I think it is. But yeah, both these figures are pretty good. Obviously neither is a super duper big draw to the set, but that face is actually really cool, and I'm very glad to get that piece. The rest of it is kind of whatever and kind of specific to the Arctic sub-theme, but that face is neat, and it's not something that you see super often. But yeah, this set really is just a case of what you see is what you get. There's really no special hidden features. There's the winch, which, you know, you can expect. No crazy interior detail. Nothing super duper crazy at all. There are some pieces that are in new colors, like this helicopter cockpit piece is new in orange, so if you're looking for that, that's one thing that's not advertised on the box. But other than that, you know, it's really just a relatively basic helicopter set. Now, that doesn't make it a bad thing, but if you have a bunch of helicopters and stuff already, then this might not really be the set for you. I will say that the design of this one is pretty well done. It's a little bit non-standard with the quadcopter design. The saber-tooth tiger is, I think, the biggest draw here. This is the cheapest way to get one of those. It does also appear in the $80 set, so it's not exclusive here. And if you get the $80 set, I really don't think there's a ton here for you, because the $80 set is a Arctic Supply plane, which is a sort of similar looking model. It's maybe slightly more standard city fare than this one is. Maybe the quadcopter design is a little bit more unique, but you know, it's nothing that you really need to have unless you particularly like the look of it. I think kids will find it fun. I don't think this has too much for collectors unless you're looking to get this saber-toothed tiger piece in a cheaper set. But, you know, that's really all. At retail price, I don't think that this is a must-have. I don't think it's bad value. Like, yeah, maybe wait for 20% off, but at $32, I think that's a reasonable price if you want the stuff that's included. If you just want the saber-toothed tiger, you can just buy one of those separately on BrickLink or something for probably under $10. And I don't think you'd be missing out on too much here, but, you know, having the full thing isn't terrible, and at $17, I don't really regret it. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoy this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.